Hello students, welcome to Power Tutorials. So today we are going to cover part 3 of Maths Class 10 CBSE, that is NCERT textbook, and we are going to cover chapter 3 of Maths, which is pair of linear equations in two variables. As I am saying part 3 because in the part 1 and 2 I have covered these details. In part 1 I have covered what are the pair of linear equations, consistent, inconsistent, dependent, graphical method to solve it, and we have explained in detail why it is called a pair of linear equations and so on, and also explained how to draw a graph for an equation. So those things we have covered in part 1. In part 2 we have started with exercise questions, that is from exercise 3.1 first question, second, and few are set I have mentioned as homework, so those I'll covering later once all the chapter is done. I think three questions we have been covered in part 2. So now we are going to solve part 3 questions, part 3, and here we're going to start with question number 6 of exercise 3.1. Okay, so if you are coming new to this video and if you want to have the solutions for starting onwards, I'll keep those links, that is part 1 and part 2 links in the description, so you can refer to those links and come to this third part video where we are going to cover starting from question number 6 from exercise 3.1, and it goes on, and we'll also cover a few exercise questions, example questions of exercise 3.2, and then we'll also try to solve few questions as well. So I'll try to make it short, that is 30 to 40 minutes I'll try to cover. If not, we'll close it and we'll continue in the part 4. Okay, so let's start with the first question, that is sixth one of today. The question is, given the linear equations 2x plus, just a minute, yeah, given the three linear equations 2x plus 3y is minus 8 equal to 0, write another linear equation in two variables such that the geometrical representation of the pair so formed is intersecting, coincident, and parallel. Okay, so first one, intersecting. So for intersecting, the logic is easy. A1 by A2 should not be equal to B1 by B2, then any line will be sufficient. So for that reason I will simply take another linear equation. So I can give an example of 4x plus 4x minus 3y minus 8 is equal to 0. This is also answer. Why? Because a1 by a2, that is 2 by 4, b1 by b2 is 3 by minus 3, c1 by c2 is minus 8 by minus 8. So a1 by a2 here I am taking it as not equal. If it is not equal to, then I mentioned in previous videos, if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then I can say the lines are intersecting. Hence this is one of the solution. It's not like only this is one of the intersecting line, there can be any intersecting line, but this is one. They asked only write another linear equation, I have written this one. Okay, let's see the parallel lines. So for parallel lines, the condition a1 by a2 should be equal to b1 by b2 should not be equal to c1 by c2. So 2x plus 3y minus 8 2x plus 3y minus 8 equal to 0 is the given condition. So as I told you, for parallel a1 by a2 should be equal to b1 by b2, and this should not be equal to c1 by c2. So what I will say, I'll just use 2x plus 3y, and here I will replace it as plus 1 is equal to 0. So why? Because 2 by 2 is equal to 3 by 3 and not equal to minus 8 by 1. Okay, so this is the answer here, which is parallel to this line. Let's see the third one, which is coincident. So for coincident, what is the condition? All three ratios should be equal. What is the line? 2x plus 3y minus 8. 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equal to 0. So what I will do is I'll just multiply into 2. 4x plus 6y minus 16 is equal to 0. So this is the solution which is coincident to this. Why? Because again a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. So you have to also write this condition. a1 by a2 should be equal to b1 by b2 should be equal to c1 by c2 is the condition for coincident lines. Okay, so every part is done for 7th. 6th question, let's see the last question of exercise 3.1, which is 7th. Draw the graphs of the equation and determine the coordinate of the vertices of the triangle formed by these lines and the x-axis and shade the triangle region. Okay, so for this we had to first draw the lines on the graph sheet. So I will just draw it roughly here, and using the tool I'll also show in detail as I've done in the previous videos. So for that, first we need to get two points for both the equations, so that you can mark those points on the graph sheet and join them to get the lines. Okay, so for this we need to prepare a box x, y, take another box x, y. The trick, keep x as 0, y as 0, x as 0, y as 0, and get the other points. If x is 0, then what will be the y value? 0 minus y plus 1 is equal to 0, so y will be 1. If y is 0, then x plus 1 is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 1. Same way, just do it here. If x is 0, then become 2y minus 12 is equal to 0, so y will be 6. If y is 0, 3x minus 12 is equal to 0, then x will be 12 by 3, which is 4. Okay, so I got the points which are 0, 1 and minus 1, 0 for first equation. Second equation, it is 0, 6 and 4, 0. So let's plot this using a graph sheet. So here I'm drawing roughly, but I will also do with the help of the tool, online tool, where I can draw it properly with the help of the online conditions. So what I will do is, I want you guys to use a graph sheet, mark x and y axis. In the x axis, this will be centered to 0, 0. So these are the positive x axis, and this is negative x axis, this is negative y, and this is positive y. So here the numbers are 0, 4, 6. Okay, so simple, you can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here it is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. In the top it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and here it will be minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Okay, we want 2 more 6 as well, so I'll just change, prolong it to the positive y axis, 5 and 6. Okay, here it is rough diagram, but as I told you, I will draw in the graph sheet as well. The points, first equation, 0, 1, minus 1, 0, 0, 1 is here, minus 1, 0 is here. So somewhere the first equation will be like this, which is my x minus y plus 1 equal to 0. Second equation, 0, 6, 4, 0. 0, 6 is here, 4, 0 is here. So this will be the second axis, second equation. So what is that line equation? 3x plus 2y minus 12 equal to 0. 3x plus 2y minus 12 equal to 0. So what they are asking, they want us to shade this. So I'll just use another color for easy. So this is the shaded part between these two lines and the x-axis. Okay, so this is a solution. Now we'll do properly in the graph sheet. It will be similar. Okay, so I could see some problem with my tool. Fine, I'll do one thing. In part 4 video, we'll try to show the tool as well, but I hope you got it, how to solve this equation. Just find the two points and then draw the lines, and whichever is the axis, I mean the area between these two lines and the x-axis is the question. So this is the shaded part. Okay, let's move to the next part, I mean the next topic, which is substitution method. So what is substitution method means? So till now we have solved the questions using only graphical method. So it's not like every time we can use only graphical method to solve the questions, because there can be cases where the solutions might not be integers. It can be fractional, even irrational numbers as well, like root 3, root 5 and all. So those will be very tough to mark it on the a graph axis to get the, I mean graphical point of view to get the value. So that's why we have two algebraic methods which are called substitution and elimination method. So now we are going to talk about the first algebraic method, which is substitution method. Okay, so what is substitution method? The name itself is saying that we need to substitute something to get the solution. So what is the method means? Suppose we have, these are the two equations, and we need to substitute either one in terms of other and substitute that value in the other. So I will explain here in detail. So what I will use is, this is the first equation, this is the second equation. Second is having little less coefficients when compared to the first one, so I will use the second equation to get the x value. So x plus 2y is equal to 3. So if I write x to the one side and others to the other one, then it becomes x is equal to 3 minus 2y. Okay, mark it as 3. Now replace or substitute x value in the first equation. So I'll write substitute x value in 1. So this is a 1. So just substitute x value, which is 3 minus 2y here. So this becomes 7 into 3 minus 2y minus 15y equal to 2. So 3 7 is 21 minus 14y minus 15y equal to 2, or if I move 21 to the other side, it becomes minus 29y is equal to 2 minus 21. So minus 29y is equal to minus 19. So y value I got it as 19 by 29. Now just use the y value in the first part to get the x value. What is x value? 3 minus 2y. So x is equal to 3 minus 2 into y value, which is 19 by 29. So if I take LCM, I will get 3 into 29 minus 2 into 19 by 29. 29 3 is 9 3 is 27. 2 3 2 is 6 7 8 minus 38 by 29. So x value is 9 7 minus 3, 49 by 29 is the x value. So the final solution we got it as 49 by 29 comma 19 by 29. So if you think about graphical part, we cannot, it will be very tough to plot fractional part on the graphs, that too by 29. Okay, so this way we have to prefer the algebraic solutions most of the cases. But if it is like numbers, then yes, we can use it using graphical method. But if it is not numbers, then algebraic method is the best solution to get the exact values. Okay, this is the best example. Now let's move to the next example question, which is solve the following questions. Aftab tells his daughter, 7 years ago I was 7 times as old as you were then. Also 3 years from now I shall be 3 times as old as you. So represent the situation algebraically and graphically by the method of substitution. Okay, so this is a bit interesting, because the father, he is saying that he is not revealing his age, but he is just giving two conditions so that his daughter should get his age as per the current time. Okay, so for this what I will say is, first we will assume Aftab age, that is current age, as x and his daughter's age as y. These are current values. Okay, I will just also write current ages. Okay, now let's see the two conditions, past and future. Past, 7 years ago, that is past. So 7 years ago, Aftab age will be what? it will be x minus 7, and his daughter's age will be y minus 7. And what is the other condition? 3 years from now. So now in the 3 years from now, the Aftab age will be x plus 3 and daughter's age will be y plus 3. Now see the conditions. I was 7 times as old as you. So he is saying that x minus 7 is 7 times the age as this, her daughter. Sorry, his daughter. Okay, and 3 years from now I shall be 3 times as old as you. So after 3 years it becomes 3 times. And repeating, this is very important question because this type of question will be coming in board exams as well, and it is very interesting to understand how to solve it. So it's not like x is equal to 7y or x is equal to 3y here. The condition which they are mentioning, past, future and present, all three we have to consider. If they are mentioned here, it is only past and future, there is nothing of present here. So what is past condition? Past means the x and y also values will change, and future also x and y values will change. So always the first condition is, first write the x and y values in terms of its previous condition, that is x. If it is past, then x minus 7, y minus 7. If it is future, then it will be x plus 3, y plus 3. So why I am taking minus 7? Because for example, consider my current age is 30. Okay, if I say what is my age 7 years ago, then it will be 30 minus 7, which is 23 years. Same way, if I say what will my age after 6 years, then it will be 30 plus 6, which is 36. So that's why if I am taking 7 years old, 7 years ago, then it will be 7x minus 7, and his daughter also will be x y minus 7. Same as in future. So his age and his daughter's age will be adding by 3. Since it is x plus 3, y plus 3. Hope everyone understood why I am taking x minus 7, y minus 7, x plus 3, y plus 3 here. Okay, now let's use these two conditions and get the equations. X minus 7 is equal to 7y minus 49. I'm letting the right second equation here itself, which is x plus 3 is equal to 3y plus 9. Okay, now let's write everything to the one side. So this becomes x minus 7y minus 7 plus 49 is equal to 0. Here it will be x plus 3 minus 3y minus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, so now if I write calculate the numbers, it becomes x minus 7y becomes plus 35 is equal to 0. Here it will be x minus 3y, 3 minus 9 is minus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, we have two equations. So comparatively second is much easier. So I'll write this as 1, this as 2, and from second I will get the x value, which is x is equal to 3y plus 6. I'll write this as 3. Now substitute this value in first one. Substitute x value in 1. So what is x value? 3y plus 6. 3y plus 6 minus 7y plus 35. Minus 7y plus 35 is equal to 0. So 3y minus 7y is minus 4y plus 35 plus 6 is 41 is equal to 0. So I got the y value as 41 by 4. Okay, so it's condition that somewhere we made a mistake. So let's cross check where we made a mistake. Aftab as x, daughter as y. Okay, 7 years ago I was 7 times as old as you. Okay, x minus 7 is equal to 7 into y minus 7. Fine. 3 years from now I shall be 3 times as old as you. Okay, here it is fine. So that this one, x minus 7 is equal to 7y minus 49. X minus 7 equals 7y minus 49. X minus 7y minus 7 plus 49 equal to 0. Okay, x minus 7y 49 minus okay, it's not 35. 49 minus 7 is 42. What about here? Here the calculation is fine. X plus 3 minus 3y, x plus 3 minus 3y minus 9, x minus 3y minus 6. Yes, here it is fine. So just change it. Plus 42 here. 42 plus 6 is 48. So y value is 48 by 4, which is 12. Okay, so the age mostly for a 10th grade, it should be in integers. If you are getting fractional or some other number, definitely there is some calculation mistake. Okay, so just cross check so that you will get the right answer. So now we got the daughter's age. Let's find the Aftab age. So what is Aftab age condition? X is equal to, we have one condition, 3y plus 6. So x is equal to 3 into 12 plus 6. So x is equal to 36 plus 6, which is 42 years. Therefore, we have to write at the bottom, Aftab current age is 42 years and daughters is 12 years. You want to also cross check. 42 minus 7 is 35. 35 and 7, 12 minus 7 is 5. 5 into 7. 35 is 7 times of daughter's age. If it is ahead 3 years, it will become 45 and it is 15. 15 into 3 is also 45. Hence both the conditions are satisfied. Okay, let's see the next question. Example 6. The sixth question is related to some shopping. Let's see what is that shopping here. In a shop, the cost of 2 pencils and 3 erasers they have mentioned. The cost of 4 pencils and 6 erasers they have mentioned. They are asking to get the cost of each pencil and each eraser. So here also same. Let us assume cost of each pencil as X and each eraser as Y. Okay, so if you are assuming x and y, because we solve most of the equations as x and y, but it's not mandatory. If you want, you can also try as p and q as well, but my suggestion is always go for x and y, because the invigilators also are habituated to solve it in x and y terms. Okay, so what is the first one? 2 pencils. So 2 into x plus 3 erasers, which is 3 into y, is equal to 9 is the first one. Second equation, 4 pencils, 4x, 6 erasers, 6y is equal to 8. This is the second equation. So two pencils, 3 erasers is 9, 4 pencils, 6 erasers is 18. Okay, they are asking to find the cost of each pencil and each eraser. So let's solve it using substitution method. So I'll get the value of x here, which is 2x is equal to 9 minus 3y. So x value will become 9 minus 3y by 2. Now substitute x value here. This becomes 4 into 9 minus 3y by 2 plus 6y is equal to 18. So 2 ones, 2 twos becomes 18 minus 6y plus 6y is equal to 18. So we're getting 18 equal to 18. So we have to say that there is no solution. Okay, so for this you can also check using our a1 a2 b1 b2 ratios as well. So what is a1 a2 ratio? It is 2 by 4, b1 by b2 3 by 6, c1 by c2 9 by 18. Okay, so here, okay, it's not no solution case, it is a coincident case. Coincident case is infinite. You have to say that it is, there are infinite solutions, that is any value n y are matching with the second equation. So we don't have any specific value, but any values of x and y will satisfy those equations. Okay, you have to mention it as there are infinite solutions as lines are constant. Okay, let's move to the example 7. Two rails are represented by the equations. Okay, will the rails cross each other? So first, if they haven't mentioned to use any method, they always suggest to go with the a1 a2 method. A1 A2, B1 B2, C1 C2. So what they're saying is we have two tracks. This is one track and we have another track B. First, suppose they are intersecting. So only when they are intersecting, we'll have a common point. If they are parallel, they will not have common point. And if they are on the same track, both are same, then it is constant. Here also there will be common point. So we'll see whether it belongs to 1, 2 or 3 condition, and then we'll decide whether it will cross each other or not. If they are crossing each other, they are not asking where they are crossing, you're just asking to find whether they're crossing or not. So for this conditions will be enough. So a1 by 8 is 1 by 2, b1 b2 is 2 4, c1 c2 is minus 4 minus 12. So a1 by 8 will become 1 by 2, b1 by b2 is 1 by 2, c1 by c2 is 1 by 3. c1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 and not equal to c1 by c2. If this is the case, then what is the condition? Lines are parallel. If lines are parallel, they will not cross each other. Okay, so we have to mention a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2. This is a condition for parallel lines. Okay, let's move to the next. Okay, so all the example questions are done. We are moving now to the exercise questions. So we'll solve at least one or two full. Okay, fine. So this I will solve. This I will give as homework. You guys has to try, and this I will solve, and this I will keep as homework. Same way, I think we have 5, 6 as well. So here also 5th I will solve, 6th I want you guys to solve as homework. Okay, let's solve one by one. First one, x plus y is equal to 4, x minus y is equal to x plus y is equal to 14. X plus y is equal to 14. X minus y is equal to 4. So this is easy question, but so we'll solve it. So I will just use x is equal to 4 plus y, and I'll substitute in the first one, which is 4 plus y is equal to 14. I will get 4 plus 2y is equal to 14. So 2y is equal to 14 minus 4, which is 10. Therefore I got y value as 5. Now I'll substitute y value as 5 in the first equation, where x is equal to 4 plus 5. So got the values which are 9, 5. Okay, let's solve the third one. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll keep third as homework and I'll solve fourth one, because first and third are almost similar. Okay, so fourth one, 0.2x plus 0.3y equal to 1.3. 0.2x plus 0.3y is equal to 1.3. Then 0.4x plus 0.5y. 0.4x plus 0.5y is equal to 2.3. Solid using substitution is the question. So what I will do is, as you can see that every value has a decimals, so I'll just multiply into 10 on both the equations. So now this equation now becomes 2x plus 3y is equal to 13, and this equation becomes 4x plus 5y is equal to 23. Now these are easy to solve it. So simply what I have done, into 10 and into 10. Okay, now let's use substitution method. So what I will do, I will just write 2x is equal to 13 minus 3y. So x becomes 13 minus 3y by 2. This I have to substitute in the second equation. So 4 into 13 minus 3y by 2 plus 5y is equal to 23. So 13, okay, 2 2's cancel. 13 2 is a 26 minus 6y plus 5y is equal to 23. This becomes minus y. 26, if I move to the other side, it becomes minus 26. So it is 23 minus 26. So y value is equal to minus 3 by minus 1, which is 3. I got the y value as 3. Substitute it here. I will get the x value, which is x is equal to 13 minus 3 into y value, got it as 3 by 2, which is 13 minus 9 by 2, which is 4 by 2, which is 2. So the final answer is 2 comma 3. Okay, so this way 2 questions are done. Rest I have mentioned as homeworks. Now we'll solve fifth question. This is homework. So this is, I will give a trick hint as well. Hint, take LCM. Okay, for these two and then solve it. Okay, so let's solve the fifth question. Fifth one is root 2x plus root 3y is equal to 0 and root 3x minus root 8y is equal to 0. Okay, so for this, if you notice, a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2 and not equal to c1 by c2. So a1 by a2 is not equal to, fine, we'll solve it. So I'll use the first equation, get the x value. So it becomes root 2x is equal to minus root 3y. X will be equal to minus root 3 by root 2 into y. Substitute here. Root 3 into x value, what I got? Root minus 3 by 2y. Minus 3 by root 2y minus 8y is equal to 0. Okay, so I can say this is root 9 by 2y minus root 8y is equal to 0. So if I take y as common, I will get some ratio which is minus 9 root 2y minus root 8 is equal to 0. So anything but 0 is 0. So I got the y value as 0. Substitute in the other condition. X is equal to minus 3 root 2 by root 2y. So this also will become 0 as y value is 0. So the final solution is easy, which is 0 comma 0. So if you notice, there is one trick here. Like if the c1 c2 values are 0 for both the equations, then the common solution is 0 comma 0. No need to solve this question also. If it is for MCQ point of view, they can give you for this type of question. They'll simply give you equation and they ask you what is the solution, and if both the c values, that is constant values, are zeros, then directly you can understand the solution is nothing but 0 comma 0, which is origin. Okay, let's solve the second question as well. Let's see the time, it is 33 minutes. Okay, we'll solve the second one. So we have one equation, two equation, hence find the value of m for which, okay, good. So first we need to find x and y values and then substitute x and y values here and then get the m value. Okay, so 2x plus 3y is equal to 11 is first equation. Second is 2x minus 4y is equal to minus 24 is second equation. So using first equation, we'll get again the x value, which is 11 minus 3y by 2. Okay, substitute here. So this becomes 2 into 11 minus 3y by 2 minus 4y is equal to minus 24. 2 2 cancels. So 11 minus 3y minus 4y, which is minus 7y, is equal to minus 24. Minus 7y is equal to minus 24 minus 11. So minus 7y is equal to minus 35. So simple, y value is 5. If y value is 5, you get the x value, which is 11 minus 3y by 2. X is equal to 11 minus 3 into y by 2. So it is 11 minus 15 by 2. 11 minus 15 minus 4 by 2, which is minus 2. We got the x and y values as minus 2 comma 5. Substitute in the equation, which is y is equal to mx plus 3. Y is equal to mx plus 3. Y value is 5. M x value is minus 2 plus 3. So 5 minus 3 is 2 is equal to m into minus 2. So m value got it as minus 1. This is the final solution. Okay, so let's solve the third question as well, as we have some more time. As I told you, I will try to complete within 40 minutes. Okay, third is a bit of complex. Okay, each theory type, fine. We'll solve only one as of now and we'll complete in the next part. What is third? First question means the question is you have to form the linear equations and then find the solution using the substitution method is a question. Solve all the first question, which is this. Okay, what is the condition? The difference between two numbers is 26. So let us assume first number as x and second as y, and assuming y is greater than 7. Okay, the difference between numbers is 26. So 26 means y minus x is the first equation, which is 26. What is second condition? One number is 3 times older than the other. So simple, y value is 3 times more than the other is the second equation. So simply you already have the condition 1 in terms of other, so substitute here. So this becomes 3x minus x is equal to 26. So 2x is equal to 26. X is equal to 13. We got the x value, substitute to get the y value. Y is equal to 3 into 13. 13 3 is a 39. So y is equal to 39. So we got both the values, which are first number is equal to 13 and second number is 13. You can also cross check. Y value is 3 times the x, correct? The difference between them is 39 minus 13 is 26. So both are satisfied. So the theoretical case study type of questions are very easy. Just we need to just understand that statement, then get the equation. From then you already know how to solve these questions. Okay, so difference between two numbers. Always, if it is difference, make sure that one should be the greater than the other. Then only the difference will be positive number, or else the difference will be negative. So that's where what I have done is I have assumed the greater value. The second is the greater value. So second minus first is 26. Second is 3 times of x value. So both the equations I know. This already in terms of other substituted in the first equation. 3x minus x equal to 26. 2x is 26. X is 13. Substituted and get the y value. So in the next video, we'll solve in part 4. So next questions, that is third one from 2 to other questions, and then we'll also solve examples and few questions of 3.3 as well. 3.3, there is a topic called elimination method. Okay, so this method is the last part of this chapter, and mostly by part 4, or if possible, if not possible, we'll try to complete in part 5. The whole chapter will be completed, and after that part 5, I will do another live session. Mostly I will try to keep it on evening 6 or 8 p.m. So in that live session, we'll try to wind up the whole chapter by solving all the homework questions. Okay, so please subscribe and do enable notifications per part 4 video, and if I have any doubts with respect to this video or in the previous parts, kindly mention in the comment section so that I can check and respectively answer it. If not, I will prepare a special video if there is a critical doubts. Okay, so thanks for watching. Okay, and one more thing, I have already covered chapter 1, chapter 2 videos with all the questions. If you are interested to get the solutions of chapter 1, that is real numbers, and chapter 2, that is polynomials, you can refer to those links. I will keep in the description as well. And the science chapter 1 are also covered, which is chemical reactions and equations, along with all the exercise questions in detail, along with the in-text questions, all are also been covered, and those you can find in the description, as well as you can check my videos section for more details. Thank you.